get into this other thing. Let's talk about Stevie Mackey. Because Stevie Mackey decided to post a video of Jennifer performing a song from their from Kiss of the Spider Woman. And the people in the comments, y'all was so damn shady. So, excuse me. Now, as y'all, because her longtime vocal coach, that's what Stevie Mackey is, for those of you who don't know. Now, there's always been a running joke about Jennifer's singing ability, since singers like Ashanti, Nadia Ramos, and Ayanna Crawley can be credited for some of her biggest hits. However, her longtime friend slash vocal coach, Stevie Mackey, is shutting down any naysayers with a snippet of Jennifer rehearsing a number from the musical Kiss of the Spider Woman. Now, under the video from the Instagram, he wrote, "Singing big musical theater numbers isn't easy. These songs are filled with intricate melodies, complicated chords, insane modulations, and very long notes. So proud of you at JLo for putting in 110% of the effort it takes to become the superstar you are. Your brilliance shines on and off screen." And I will say that one thing about Jennifer is that she definitely is one of the hardest working artists in the business. She's always working hard to make sure that she perfects the craft that she has. But after we get to this video, we definitely going to have to talk about the singing. So hold on as I pull this up, and we're going to come back and talk. Please hold. You can run, you can scream, you can hide. Let me refresh. Run, you can scream, you can hide, but you cannot
Spider Woman.
He was so proud of her. Wait, hold on, because I was actually looking to see if I could find the video. What the people were saying in the comments. Hold on, because I was not prepared, which is my fault that I didn't have this damn video and stuff up in here for us to comment at. But anyway, as I look for it, let's get into the rest of the tea. So after all of that was being said, the comments, which have been, well, yeah, he basically put limited comments on it because he knew that y'all was going to be up in here being shady in the comment section. So singer actress Larea Turner replied, "She's literally singing theater. This is actually really good considering what she's singing. Go J-Lo." SWV's Lily commented, "Wow, I love it. That's a big voice. Go ahead." Well, she said J-Lo. I like saying, finding an excuse to say Jennifer. Acclaimed, what he said, and then she said, "Go ahead, J-Lo." Yes. Acclaimed duo The War and Treaty. I don't know who the hell that is, but The War and Treaty said, "At Stevie Mackey, brilliant. At J-Lo, your joy in this clip comes through in your vocals, even if it's a scene where you're killing fire emojis." A few of the shadier comments featured memes from Whitney Houston, Prince, and Mariah Carey, while others wrote, "She really thought she did something, and the audacity, the delusion, I cannot." Now look, Stevie Mackey was also in the comments throwing shade back in regards to some of the stuff, because it was like, also, she was doing a lot of screaming, which when I was talking to some friends of mine, they was feeling like, okay, so you doing all this damn screaming. Basically, I don't understand why you doing all that damn screaming when it's like, I guess when we're in the era of America Idol and that sort of thing, that a lot of people think that just because you do a lot of hollering and screaming and stuff in your videos, then that's considered singing. And it's like, no, it's not. Why you always think that by screaming and hollering and all this stuff that requires a singing? But then other people in the comments said, and in her mind, she truly thinks she ate that. Then yeah, I'm seeing the Mariah memes. So watch I was live. Somebody said, "Me after 2 shots of Casamigos, I believe I can fly." Then they posted Aretha Franklin's "Great Gowns, Beautiful Gowns," which is kind of like my comment that left on social media. Somebody said, "He laughing at you, sis, because he's still getting paid regardless. Y'all are just evil." Another person said, "J-Lo, raising your voice does not make you sound better." Another person said, "I love when confidence outweighs capability. It's inspiring, really." Another person said, I hope that someday I meet someone who believes in me as much as J Lo believes in J Lo. Y'all are just it's the carrying the okay. I feel like we done windmilled enough in here regarding this situation. So oh good, my phone is at 100%, so I don't have to charge her no more. But nevertheless, I'll say this. For Jennifer Lopez, it wasn't bad. Now, in regards of the situation, look, like I said before, I'm truly happy that she puts in the work. She sounds way better than she started out when she first got into the business of singing. So she's come a long way in regards of the singing and stuff. Now, so for a theatrical version of a Broadway musical, she did a good enough job vocally with what she has. And yes, I do believe that Stevie has helped her come a long way with improving vocally. I think a lot of times we make jokes and all this other stuff, but I'm not expecting Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston or Adele or whatever. And I feel like people need to stop always trying to put a lot of these people in the category of that. Sierra, Jennifer, sorry, Lopez, Madonna, all of these type of girls, they're in a class by them. Janet, they all in a class by themselves in the type of using what they got in different situations. There's a lot of people out here. You have to have if you have your own unique, distinct voice and you're able to incorporate your stories or whatever with the voice that you have, and you're able to hold a note, do all the other stuff, that's great. Sing to your heart's desire. We still tease her over the fact of how they used to do her back in the day, where they was using a lot of people's vocals on the demos and this, that, and the other to help her sound better and stronger and fuller than what she really sounded like in the studio. So all the shady stuff back in the day, I'm sure, yeah, she shouldn't live that down because that was a mess. And with the way that Tommy Mottola was doing what he was doing back in the days on the strength of Mariah Carey. She's improved. Now, if she planned on thinking that she could do what she just did 8 shows a week on Broadway, sis, that's a whole lot of delusion. No, you would not be able to survive being in a class with the Audra McDonald's, the Patty Lupones, and things of that. Like, no, sis, that ain't gonna work. You're gonna be sounding sharp and pitchy every damn day. Like Nicole Scherzinger will sing circles around you, and it's no shade. Because Nicole Scherzinger, while as a pop star, nobody cared about her in that whole context. She's eating it up on Broadway. So you don't have those chops to do Broadway. But if you want to do a Broadway musical in cinematic form, that's fine. Although I don't think people even want to see with that, because we already talked about how like Kiss of the Spider Woman flopped hard at the box office. Like it was supposed to bring in like $2 million. It brought in like under 900,000, like 800 something $1,000. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. We covered it during when we were talking about box office with Tron. So yeah, that's all I got on that. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story? Twofold. One with the one we talked about, her and Ben Affleck getting together, and the fact that they're not getting together, but the body language said otherwise. And then this whole thing of Stevie Mackey showing that video and just setting Jennifer up basically to get ate up in the comments on social media. I would have just turned the comments off in general, but I guess maybe because he just as delusional as she is and didn't think that people was gonna come in the comments and say what they said. But when you put that stuff out there on social media, you know there's gonna be people in the comments that's gonna say whatever. Everybody ain't gonna kiss your ass because of who you are and what position you carry in A-list spaces. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.